Hello guys, this is Tripped Over, but today you can call me Fred Fredberger. Today we're going to be doing the book Their Eyes Were Watching God. Pretty much the story follows the tales of Janie Crawford, a half-black, half-white girl living in the South. This one doesn't follow too deep on racial segregation or really any deep themes. Pretty much it just follows Janie and it's a peaceful life for her. The story starts off where she's coming back from the journey that the book's about. She gets in town, sits down, and tells one of her friends her tales. Basically, she tells her where it all started when she was a young girl, and she got what we're going to call the pear tree feels. Now, those of you who don't know what pear tree feels are, they are when you come of age and you get the yearnings for the touch of another human being. And we will call those the pear tree feels. Now, Janie gets these intense pear tree feels because laying underneath the pear tree, she starts thinking about the dirty business. This is when she kisses the local neighborhood boy. Pretty much, he's a white trash boy. But black trash, actually. No offense. And her grandmother says, "You can't do that. Did you have sex with him?" Jenny's like, "No, Grandma. I just kissed him. My pear tree feels ain't that bad." Granny says, "Well, you know what? We're gonna marry you off." She's like, "No." But she gets married anyways, to a man by the name of Logan Killix, who pretty much is an old-fashioned man who, he's boring. He's boring. Jeannie hates him. She doesn't get those strong pear tree feels from him. Just compared to life, you know? So Jeannie goes, tells her grandma, says, "Grandma, I'm not feeling it. Like, I'm really not feeling the pear tree feels." Her grandma's like, "Well, you gotta deal with it. I wasn't a slave for nothing." Basically just slapping down, trying to make her feel bad. She's like, "I'll do it, Grandma." So that night, Grandma goes, prays to God. Like a month later, she just dies. Full out dies. Dead. Done with her. And pretty much, Janie stays with Logan until one day he's like, "Yo, you gotta help around the house. No more making food in the kitchen." Janie's like, "Fuck that. I'm done." And this is when she runs off with a new man to Eatonville. The man's name is Joe, so he's a charismatic young black man who wants to lead. And everyone's heard of this new black settlement rising up called Eatonville, which is in Florida, America, Florida, run by nothing but blacks. So Joe takes Janie to Eatonville, and Janie's feeling the strong pear tree feel. She's like, "Jesus, I'm feeling it. Whew, pear trees for days. Supple pears are growing on this pear tree." But Janie is a picky, fickle young lady. These pear tree fields don't last for long. So Joe begins running Eatonville, because pretty much everything was garbage before he came. He starts running it, helping it build up. And things are going pretty good for the black community. They have a store, which Janie's pretty much in charge of. It's a lot of deep things going on. And like, I don't know why, but they mentioned like a mule's death, and how Joe won't let Janie go to the death, like the funeral of the mule, which is kind of weird, because she's too good for that. So pretty much, Janie's like, "I ain't taking this anymore. I'm a strong, independent black woman. I do what I want." And then she goes up, like, it's starting to get old. Like, some time has passed, like a good couple of years. Janie's starting to feel like she's getting old, and she's noticing, though, that Joe's very old looking. And one day in the store, Janie full out freaking doesn't attack him, like, physically. But Jesus, she lashes out. She's like, "You're an old man. And one thing I gotta say about you, your penis ain't that good." Pretty much that's what she says. Like, she insults his manhood. He's destroyed. Like, their marriage is dead. Pear tree fields are gone, like, permanently for both of them. Like, they're not feeling it anymore. This is when pretty much Joe just starts dying. Like he's dead after being insulted. It's game over for him, you know. Pride is destroyed. His kidneys are like, I'm sorry, Joe, but that fatal roasting from Jamie, we can't do it anymore, brother. We just gotta close down shop and close our eyes and die. And Joe's just like, no, I don't believe it. And he just dies. I mean, Janie tries to help. She tries to get a doctor. She hates him, but I mean, she tries. But his kidneys are like that roasting. We dead. Bam. Just dead. And pretty much the truth about it is, Janie's happy. Like, she's happy about his death. She is elated. She's joyful. She's feeling it. She's like, I'm free to do what I want in life. And so she does. She has all these suitors coming by like, yo, Janie, baby. Give me some sweet love. I should have done the noise after that, but whatever. And she's like, I do like sweet love, but not feeling it. I mean, and the reason why they're all coming by, she's rich. Like, she's got money. Money's galore. And she's pretty much just running the shop. Men are like, yo, Janie, love please. She's like, not today. And this is where a young, lovable vagrant, Mr. Tea Cake, comes into the story. He comes in town. He's a gambling man. Like, he's not a bad gambling man. He's a good one. Like, he knows how to make money. He's like, yo, Janie, baby, I want to play some chess with me. And they do play chess. And then they bang. Like, they just full out bang. It's all over the place. I don't mention it, though. So eventually, Shady has her relationship with Tea Cake going on. Mr. Young, vagrant Tea Cake. And he says, yo, baby, let's go to the Everglades. And let's settle down, baby girl. I mean, Janie's having some worries, like, oh, I'm old. He's young. We can't make this work. Tea Cake's like, yo, baby, I don't love you for your money. I love you for your body and your money. Not really. He sincerely loves her. Like, you know that he sincerely loves her. So Janie's like, okay, I can do this. I mean, they're living happily. They're feeling it. They're feeling life. I mean, who isn't feeling life? Probably a lot of people. But anyways, this is when a hurricane comes. This ain't Hurricane Katrina. It's Hurricane LaFonda. It's a hurricane. It's coming in. And they're like, you know what? Tea Cake's like, no. Ain't nothing stopping me. He's like, I like money. And there's a lot of money in this place. So I'm staying. So they like run in this house. And there's this guy laying there. He's like, if I die, I die. And he's like the one person who survives. Like, beyond a doubt, he lives. I mean, Tea Cake doesn't die yet. I mean, the hurricane comes in, destroys everything. But Tea Cake's like, yo, let's get out of here, baby girl, Janie. And after fleeing the storm, there's a fierce dog who bites. He goes to bite. This dog goes to bite like Janie, ripping her throat. She's a piece of sausage he's gonna tear apart. But Tea Cake like, eat me, mother. And he gets like, she doesn't get torn apart, but he gets bit. And you're never gonna guess that this dog got the rabies. So Tea Cake gets the rabies and he's acting aggressive. He's like, yo, baby, I'm not feeling this. I'm gonna hit you. And Janie's like, no, you can't do this. So eventually, she has to shoot him right in the face. Like, and it's a couple times too. Like, she shoots him. And she's put on trial for murder, and everyone's like, you know what? You didn't do it. That man had rabies. So I'm letting you off. It's pretty much, Janie still has her money, and she attends Tea Cake's funeral. She returns back home, which is pretty much where the start of the story begins. Meets her old friend, and the person who she told the story to is Phoebe Watson. tells the whole story. And pretty much, the story just ends where Janie's sitting there after Phoebe goes home. Janie's sitting there, she's thinking to herself, she's like, huh, you know, so long as I keep tea cake in my memory, he will always be with me. The end. There's no deep symbolic meaning of the story. I mean, you could take some very deep symbolic meanings in it, but to me, it was a simple tale of nothing but pear tree feels. And you never let your pear tree feels vanish and wither like dust in the wind. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. The end.